'Cause I love me enough for the both of us.
What's up, guys? So I'm back again today with another video, and today I want to talk about living authentically you, being your true self. And the reason why I want to talk about that video is because I know that a lot of people out here are dealing with a lot of pressures from social media, from friends, from even some people may be dealing with pressure from their spouses to kind of maybe be something that or do something that they may not necessarily want to do or be. And I know I went through that experience of not being my true authentic self. And we're going to talk about it. So, what does it mean to live authentically you? Like, when you think about that question, what does that mean to you? And what I discover is it's being true to self, like honoring your beliefs, your values, and your desires, and not caring or worrying about what anyone else think. As long as you're not harming anyone, hurting anyone, you shouldn't care what no one else think. So I realized on this journey to spiritual growth that living authentically you, it leads to like a deeper sense of purpose, inner peace within self, because you don't have all of this pressure on you to kind of do something that you probably really don't want to do, or be something you don't really want to be. And when you're being your authentic self, you start to become more aligned with who you truly are. So when we talk about not being authentically you, what does that mean? For me, I realized on my journey, I was always like subconsciously and sometimes consciously seeking approval from people. And it caused me to compromise my personal values, a lot, because there would be times like I would have like an idea to do something. And then if I went around like certain people that I thought loved me, that I thought was there for me and supported me, if they just kind of like try to convince me not to do it, or if they didn't show any interest in it, I noticed sometimes it would bring down my energy, and it would make me to like doubt myself and doubt my abilities. And I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I'm the type of person, I do what I want to do, no matter what people think. I do what I want to do. So I still did it, but I realized that it was affecting my self-esteem. It was still affecting what I believed in. And if I still did it, I probably wasn't operating in the most confident space that I know I could have been in, because I was thinking about what other people were saying, or what other people, just the lack of support. And then also too, with recognizing the inauthenticity, I noticed it led to a lot of emptiness, anxiety, dissatisfaction. It led to those things. Like, I could be around a person and talk to them about, and again, these were people I thought were, my support system, like people I thought that rocked with me, that I found out later on didn't. But I could be around these people, and I was thinking like these people had my back, and I would tell them like an idea or whatever that I wanted to do. And as I mentioned, if the support wasn't there, I noticed when I would get home and when I would get back into my space, like I would feel empty because I would pour into them with anything they wanted to do, but when it was something that I wanted to do, I didn't get the same back. It wasn't reciprocated. And it would have me feeling empty. I remember having like anxiety about things that I wanted to do. I was doubting myself, like thinking like maybe it wasn't going to be good enough. Maybe it was people wasn't going to like it, or maybe the competition was so thick. It was so many competitors. Because I remember having I told somebody I wanted to do a clothing line, and I ended up doing it, but I remember telling somebody that, and they was like, it's so much competition out here, like I don't know if that's a good idea because everybody is doing it. Although I agree there is a lot of competition out here when it comes to certain things. There's still enough money out here for everyone. I teach my kids all the time that I don't care if you want to sell bottle tops. I don't care if you want to sell bracelets. It doesn't matter. There's a market for everything. But because I wasn't living my authentic self, I was allowing other people to kind of make me feel, or kind of allow the emptiness to creep in, where I was again doubting myself and not having that confidence within myself that I normally would. And so I notice when it comes to not being your true self, it affects multiple areas in your life. It affects your relationships. It affects your career choices. It affects your overall happiness, and that can be like a detriment. And for me, when I was in that space in my life, that was about 2 years ago, 2, 3 years ago. But when I was in that space in my life, I remember praying and crying out to God, like, because when you don't have support, when you're trying to do something, and you don't have support, you may still do it if you are a self-starter, and if you're somebody that you believe in yourself. Even with the insecurities, you might still believe in yourself. But when you don't have that support, it's challenging to do things and to get things out here. It's very challenging. And because we know love heals a lot. So when you have people pouring that love into you, like telling you, oh, I believe in you, or you can do it, or just supporting what you're doing, it kind of help fuels you. And I just remember when I was in that phase, I was praying and praying and praying. I was crying out to God for help. And it wasn't just that, it was other things too that eventually we're going to talk about, so many different things. But I remember during that specific time, I remember crying out to God, asking for help. And y'all know the saying, God will remove people out of your life. That is a true thing, because I remember, I don't remember how long it took place afterwards, but I remember praying, and then I remember people just started disappearing. Like I started like falling back, like unintentionally. Like it wasn't like it was planned, like, oh, I'm fit to just stay away from this person today. It wasn't like that. It was just like it wasn't aligning anymore. So God isolated me to focus on my healing, self-discovery, and embracing my true authentic self, as well as all the imperfections. Because none of us are perfect. So once I went through that phase of embracing my imperfections, insecurities, um, everything about me that I started paying more attention to, and I start realizing, you know, you may not be perfect in this area. You may have this insecurity, but guess what? It's you, it's me, it's who I am. And so once I started embracing that, I felt like I became more aligned with the path that God was taking me on. It also allowed me to discover my purpose. It allowed me to see so many things within myself that I was kind of overlooking because the insecurities was like maybe too loud or in the way. And it also increased my self-esteem. It increased my self-esteem. It boosted my self-worth when I became isolated and God just put me in that place where I just focused only on me, nobody else. There was none of those people that I was around. None of them was around. Um, it also led to like a greater fulfillment, when it came to connections, like relationship connections, whether it was platonic or romantic. Um, Even though I am a single woman today, I noticed that people, once I went through that healing and releasing being inauthentic and not being my true self, once I released that energy, it paved the way for me to meet more genuine connections. Because guess what? I was being genuine. You attract what you are. And once I started living more in my authenticity, I started attracting more authentic relationships. And I mean, like in business, I have a mentor that I'm working with now, a business mentor. Um, I have like better friends in my life now. Not a lot because I keep a very, very tiny, tiny circle, but just the people that I come across, it's more genuine. And the people, if I do happen to come across like someone that I'm just not vibing with and I can feel it on a deeper spiritual level, I just walk away. There's no harm, no foul. I walk away. But the people um that are coming into my life that I've been meeting, that have been staying, of course, are very genuine people that have my back. The connections are so much deeper where we can talk about any and everything and there's no judgment. And I love that now now I'm not allowing society, lifestyle, looks, beauty, social media, um, guys, men, girlfriends, family. I'm not allowing anyone or anything to get in the way of me living out my purpose, my goals, my dreams, my destiny, what have you. I am walking by faith and just being me and showing up as Kendra every day now. I learned a very valuable lesson with that. And now I notice where I'm at now as far as mentally, spiritually, even the way I think, like it's on a whole different level now because I don't live my life inauthentically anymore. So I just want to say to whoever is out here that is listening, that is kind of ready to break away from maybe societal pressures, pressures from family, things that you may have been doing that you may not even want to do. You know, there comes a time where you have to cut it off and say, you know what, I'm tired, I'm done, I'm ready to focus on me, and I'm ready to gain fulfillment in my life. Because no matter what, and I learned this the hard way, nobody is going to take care of you like you. Nobody. I don't care who it is, a husband, a wife, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a child, a mother, a father. No, they're going to always love us, right, and be there for us, but nobody knows you like you. And so I say to you guys that's listening, that this message may resonate with, start now. Start now. Start cutting off any and everything that do not align with where you trying to go in life. Start cutting off, and you don't have to do it in a harsh way. You don't have to do it in a really, like extravagant, crazy way. But start even cutting off people that is not supportive of you. If you know that you supporting those people and they're not supporting you, if you know you pouring into other people and they're not pouring into you, If you know you on a job that is not, that you don't feel in alignment with where you're trying to go in life, start making plans. Clearly, I'm not saying quit your job. We all got bills, right? We all got stuff to do. But start making plans to get in alignment with where you want to be. Because even when it comes to inauthenticity, sometimes we be doing things like when it comes to I don't know, activities, hobbies, things that we may do on a regular basis. It may be something that we may be tired of doing, or it may be something that you probably really don't want to do, but you kind of doing it to appease somebody else. No, stop it. On my journey, guys, of living my authentic self, I start discovering more about my passions, my interests. Oh my goodness, I started seeing more of the things that I was really good at, things that I overlooked because I was always trying to make sure other people was good and worrying about what other people thought. That didn't get me nowhere. Nowhere. All it got me was, like I said, anxiety, heartbreak, feeling empty. And so if I overcame that, I know you guys too can too, because there is a lot of pressure out here, especially when it comes to social media. There's a lot of pressure. You know, when a lot of us, you know, we want nice things. We see people living these lifestyles and we want them. However, we don't know what they had to go through to get it. We don't know if they're living their true, authentic self. We don't know. So all we can do is focus on our own authentic self and growth, right? And become the best versions of ourselves. You know, I am really happy to share this because I know this was something that um I struggled with, like, for a while. Being the oldest of 8 um children, I always had to be the one to be the responsible one. I always felt, even if nobody was putting the pressure on me, I just felt the pressure on me because I just felt I had to do everything for everyone else. And I lived my life like that for a long time until I finally just got tired and said, you know what? I am so intelligent. I am such a creative person. I'm such a go-getter girl. So let me just focus on the things that I want to do. And I'll just help whoever I need to help along the way. But I'm going to put my needs first, my desires first, my passions first. And so stay true to you. Just stay true to yourself. When I tell you, it's going to build so much confidence when you decide to accept your imperfections, when you decide to accept the things that you may not love about yourself. When you decide to accept those things, I promise you, it's going to change everything. Let me tell y'all something. Let me just add this in here. I used to be a person, like, everything had to be right. Like, used to have on eyelashes all the time, guys. I used to have, like, even when it comes to, like, my braces, I done broke brackets and wires and everything because I eat a lot of ice, which is not good. I'm cutting back, so don't judge me. But, and my orthodontist, that lady do not like me. But anyways, I was a person had to be done up all the time. I could show y'all pictures. And oh, I forgot I was gonna say my IG, but I forgot I wiped my page of all my pictures. But I still have something up there. But anyways, I used to be a person, I had to be done up all the time. Like, if I went to the freaking gas station, I had to have on, and I don't mean done up like makeup, because I never really been into makeup like that. I do like it. I'm learning. My sisters are teaching me, but I just used to be a person that have to look good all the time. And now when I say embracing your authentic self, for me, it's like, if I don't want to wear eyelashes, I'm just not going to wear them. If I want to wear my hair like this and it's not like done up, okay, this is just being me. I'm being myself. I feel like I'm walking in my purpose, and I'm here to help others that's just like me. I'm here to help others that may not realize that they're not living in their authentic self because they're being they've been programmed to kind of keep helping and keep doing things the same way. And also guilt will make you feel bad about things too, and have you living inauthentically. So I know this video's almost 20 minutes. It was kind of long, but I just hope this message reaches someone. Start living in your authenticity, your authentic self, your true self, because it is just you're just going to feel so much inner peace. You're going to feel so much like you. And also you're going to get to that point where you're going to be like, F what somebody think about you. You're not going to care, because that love, that self-love, that now putting you first and going after your desires, your interests, your passions, that's all that's going to matter. It doesn't mean that you're going to mistreat anyone. It doesn't mean that you're going to neglect anyone. It just means that I'm first. You were first. So anyways, that was it for today, guys. I hope this helps, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.